Hey, welcome back. I'm the Smoking Chef. Today, I'm visiting my daughter and my grandchildren, and I'm going to be cooking from her kitchen a lemony orzo with chickpeas. And I wanted to thank my sister who inspired this recipe. It truly is a try and a true recipe, and I know you'll enjoy it. So come along. Let's cook together. Okay, so we have our mise en place, and we'll start from this side. We have, of course, our extra virgin olive oil, Greek, of course. We have Kalamata olives. They have been pitted, and I will show you how that's done in a few minutes. We have lemon, which we'll use the lemon rind and the juice. We have 2 ribs of celery, 1 carrot that I have made into matchsticks, and I'll show you how I did that as well. There they are. And 2 onions diced finely. Garlic, 2 cloves of garlic, and we have 3/4 of a cup of feta, Greek feta naturally. The chicken broth, which I will add and infuse it with saffron, which I will show you in a minute how that is done. And we have 2 cans of chickpeas, 19 ounces each. Okay, let's see the difference between orzo and rice. They're about the same shape, as you can see. They look similar, but they're a lot different. Orzo is a very creamy texture type. It's a pasta, of course, where rice is just a chewy, starchy kind of texture. Okay, whatever you do, please don't go to the grocery stores and buy the pitted Kalamata olives. They don't taste anything like the Kalamata I'm holding in my hand. First of all, you see they're already sliced. So put your forefinger and your thumb together, you squeeze it tightly, like that. There you go. And just flip it open, take the pit out, that's all there's to it. And it tastes at least 10 times better. Red pepper in a medium dice. And now for the star of this vegan recipe. 4 cups of orzo, and I also have 8 cups of chicken broth. And now I will add a few threads of saffron. Saffron will provide really nice aroma and a great flavor, which is an earthy type of flavor to our dish. But if you don't like it, please don't use it, it's your meal. So this is the way the chickpeas come in. As you see this on top, this is, they call it the viscous, actually goop is what they actually call it. This is from water, and these have been cooked in water, and when they stay that, it turns like that. We want to get rid of that altogether, so we put it in the strainer, and we rinse it out 3 times, just to make sure that that is gone. We don't want any of that in our food. And I think that should be done. Well, I guess I put this apron on, and I guess my daughter took me seriously, and she brought me this beautiful white wine, this Pinot Grigio, which will go fantastic with this meal. And of course, as we said before, make sure you thumbs up, you subscribe, and you ring that bell. Cheers, guys. Oh, this is fantastic, sweetheart. Thank you. So let's start cooking. There we go. With this on high, warm it up. Then we're going to add the Greek extra virgin olive oil. And we will start by toasting the orzo, the pasta. And when I say toasting, I don't mean brown, I mean just a golden shade that we require from our pasta. Put 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And you know, if you combine all the many flavors in this dish, they will really awaken your palate. Actually, if you combine the earthiness of orzo with the brightness of the lemon and the saltiness of the Kalamata olives, and of course finally the feta cheese on top, which is so tangy and rich and salty. Oh, It is absolutely delicious. Don't forget, you also have that sweet and nutty flavor of garlic, and the Parmigiano cheese at the end, the creaminess at the end. It just makes your mouth water. But we need to nurture this meal, okay? So stay on top. Keep moving it around slowly. You want to be able to toast the orzo until it's golden. You don't want to caramelize the orzo. It's going to give you a very bitter taste. So it's worth the nurturing right now. Remember, it's a beautiful vegan meal that the family will love, and you can make on any busy night of the week.
Of course, we're going to add our mirepoix, and we all know what that is. That is, of course, the triad of the carrots, the celery, and the onion. First, we put the onion in.
As you know, I like to build flavor upon flavor. That's what cooking is all about, building flavors throughout the whole dish. And now we add the onions. Now it's time for the carrots, the matchsticks. We will add the celery, the 2 sticks of celery, and the garlic, another beautiful flavor. The Kalamata olives give it the earthiness and the tanginess and the saltiness we need in the dish. And look at the color as well. And look at those red peppers going in. This is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
There, now you can start seeing the beautiful golden color developing that we were talking about. We will add first I think we'll add the chicken broth. And we'll work with this for a while. Let it just absorb nicely.
Since we're going to be adding feta, you don't want to be too generous with salt, but definitely be a little more generous with the pepper, okay? Oh, and by the way, this is on medium heat. You don't have to use the fresh vegetables. You can buy the ones that are already frozen, and that's perfectly all right. And of course, you want to be stirring constantly while you pour in this broth with the infused saffron that we had until the orzo absorbs all this goodness. And now we will add the zest of 1 lemon and also the juice of 1 lemon. This recipe requires a little bit of lemon. It brings it up to another level. It's really an effortless recipe. It takes less than 30 minutes and it's going to fill you with so many great flavors.
And as you can see, it's simmering very nicely, and now we will add the feta. Mix that in there, provide nice creaminess. Love feta. Greek feta is fantastic. And now we will cover it for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. About 5 minutes. You want to make sure you come in here and stir it so nothing really gets thick at the bottom. And look at that orzo. It has already absorbed the amount of chicken broth that I in, so it requires a little more chicken broth, and that's why, of course, we kept the other 4 cups back. And as we do this, we will also put the chickpeas. The pasta, as you see, is already starting to puff up. And now the chickpeas go in. Even for the people that are not vegan, will love this recipe, trust me.
All right, and now we will add the remaining 4 cups of broth with the saffron. And look at the creaminess. Now we're going to stir it around very slowly to make sure that the orzo absorbs all this goodness. We're going to put the lid on and wait for about another 10 minutes until the entire broth has been absorbed. The heat is medium.
There we can see. We got maybe another 5 minutes to go. You see that? There's still a little bit of juice in there. We want that in there. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's almost ready. And the best thing, the only way to tell is of course to try it. So I will try a little bit. And let's take a look. A little bit of the orzo and the chickpea. Yeah, 5 minutes. But I think it needs a little more salt. And a little more pepper. And we'll just try a little more and see. Oh yes, much better. All right. We'll turn it off and wait for 5 minutes.
Papa, what are you cooking?
Ethan, I'm making lemon orzo with chickpeas. I want you to try some. I hope you like it, but tell me the truth, okay? All right. How is it?
It's hot, but we have to add a little lemon to it. What do you think? You think it's gonna be all right? You think your mom would like it?
Add a little bit of lemon and it'd be pretty good.
Terrific. All right, so we're ready to serve then. Couple splashes of lemon. Here it goes. Proper height. And a little bit of feta cheese.
Remember, with feta, it's better.
Now it's time for my taste test. Make sure I get a little bit of everything there, including the olive. There you go. The nutty flavor of the pasta is coming right through. The feta gives it a nice tang. The peppers are great, and the Kalamata olive, absolutely delicious. You will love it. Thank you for watching.